I think you should have to begin by giving Xavier a lot of credit. I think they outplayed us in basically in every area. So I think they deserve a lot of credit, and obviously I've got to do a better job of getting us prepared for this type of game. And we certainly need to be better moving forward. But I don't want to take anything away from Xavier. I think they were physical and tough and aggressive, got every 50-50 ball, every loose ball, made every shot they needed to make. They imposed their will on us defensively, and we certainly didn't have an answer for them inside.
How much do you miss Andrew in a game like this?
I think it's not really, certainly he's a really good player, an important part of what we're doing, but there's, we certainly didn't talk about that to our team afterwards. There's no excuses. I think Xavier outplayed us. They outplayed us, and there's no excuses, and we need to do better. I need to do a better job preparing them for this. I think they, obviously, we'll get Andrew back soon enough, but, Xavier beat us tonight.
Chris, obviously with their size, that's an advantage for them to begin with, but did you get a sense at all today that they were not going to let Roosevelt drive the lane at all? They looked like they were really intent on cutting the ball all the time.
Yeah, they were, and they're big. They're big, Michael. But that's not entirely different than, we get played a lot, but certainly they might have made that more of an emphasis. And, I think that they loaded up on his drives at a pretty high level, as a lot of teams would do. And, we need to do a better job of making sure our guys are in the position they need to be in. I think we could have passed the ball better than what we did tonight, and that was disappointing. I felt like we didn't have the kind of ball movement that we would like to have offensively. That really hurt us, and it shows in our assist to turnover numbers. I don't feel like they, really until the last 5 minutes, I don't feel like we moved the ball like we needed to. So certainly something we need to improve on.
Coach, what do you need to do to maybe create some easier offense? Because in the 2 games without Andrew, you've averaged 57 points a game.
We're going to have to look at it. Is it tweaking our lineup some? Potentially, we may have to tweak our lineup some. I'd like to think we're going to get more production out of some guys that struggled tonight, Tom. But we may need to tweak our lineup a little bit. It's hard to do against some people because if you do go smaller, a team like Xavier has a real advantage in terms of their size. So there's a catch-22 that we're going to have to. But it could be tweaking or changing our lineup for sure. And then I think what was disappointing is our strengths weren't our strengths tonight. They weren't our strengths. And for us, we know we're not going to be good if our strengths aren't our strengths. And there's a competitive edge that we have to play with if we're going to be good. If we don't play with that competitive edge, we're going to look not so good. And again, that's on me. We did not have the competitive edge tonight. Again, give Xavier a lot of credit for that.
Coach, you lead the Big East in rebounding margin. But the 2 games without Andrew, you've either tied in rebounding or been out-rebounded. And Andrew only averaged like 27 rebounds a game, so it wasn't like he was Cameron or something.
Right.
Why are you guys struggling to rebound the basketball without Andrew?
Yeah, I wouldn't read too much into that. It's a small sample size. I don't think that makes a significant impact. Andrew does do a good job of being a big body and blocking guys out, but I wouldn't read too much into that. I think he certainly affects our ability to score the ball. But, and we'll look at it. They had 8 offensive rebounds. They hurt us in the glass. We were in rotation too much. Some of it was some of our post traps. Where we got in rotation, they got on the glass. But again, I don't remember a 50-50 ball that we got tonight, and that's not us. I don't remember one we got tonight, and that's not us. Can't be us. If that's us, then we're going to really struggle.
Chris, how big a concern is that then? Because, you hear coaches say all the time 50-50 balls sometimes is effort, stuff. And it sounds like that's what you're saying. That might be your biggest disappointment of the game tonight?
Sure, there's no question. I don't think we played with the effort or the energy that we needed to. It's certainly a concern. There's no question. You know, again, we played a good team on the road and did not do what, you know, our strengths weren't our strengths. We didn't do what has, you know, helped us have get to this point. So, you know, we'll see. We'll see how we respond to this situation.
And just one, real quick, you mentioned things you did that shouldn't be your strengths, was outside shooting and three-point shooting, particularly things tonight that should have been.
You know, I think we had, I'd have to go back and look at it. We had some open looks. You know, Alex has shot the ball great. Obviously, Kellen has shot the ball great. And Austin has shot the ball well at various times. But, you know, I think, again, give Xavier credit. They locked into our guys that have been shooting the ball well and made it difficult for us to get clean looks. So, you know, we obviously got to find a way to get them easier looks.
Coach, Tyler obviously doesn't have the impact that Andrew does offensively, starting in place of him, but he seemed to do okay defensively in the post. What did you think of his defensive effort today?
I like what Tyler gave us today. I do. I think, you know, he didn't turn it over, had 4 assists. I thought he passed the ball well. There were a couple times where he laid behind the post, you know, but it's you know, he's a freshman. He's still learning how to play the post without fouling. But I like what he gave us. I thought he made some winning plays today, you know, for the most part. So you know, that was, you know, if there's an encouraging, and I'll have to go back and watch tape, but if there's something encouraging about it, I thought he gave us some good moments against some really good post players.
How about Austin?
You talking about post defense or just in general?
Just in general.
You know, I think Austin, you know, Austin's at his best when he's playing extremely hard. And again, I think collectively, I wouldn't just put it on Austin. I just think collectively we have to ratchet up our effort. But I thought he got a couple clean looks. You know, I'm sure he's going to look at it and feel like he turned the ball over more than what he would have liked to. But yeah, I've got great confidence that he's going to respond the right way. He's and give us a lot of good things throughout the year, and we're going to certainly need that down the stretch.
Anything else for Coach? Thank you, Coach.
Okay.